Okay. Anyways, this is version 1.2, the Chalk Prince and the Dragon. We're gonna go over all the new equipment. There's obviously a new region, but we're gonna just play that tomorrow, so we'll explore that. But first off, let's take a look at all the new stuff that's gonna be added in terms of equipment. First off, there's a new weapon, Summit Shaper. This is basically the sword version of the Vortex Vanquisher and the Unforged. It has the Golden Majesty passive. This increases shield strength by 20%, scoring hits on opponents increases attack by 4% for 8 seconds. Max 5 stacks. Can only occur every 1.3 seconds. When protected by shield, increased by 100%. We've already seen this effect before. I believe that this is a weapon that gets a lot better the more refines you have on it. Or not refines, merges you have on it. So the more times you pull Summit Shaper, because the 4% increases to I think 6 or 8%, and it matters a lot more that you have merges because the 4% is very irrelevant right now because it goes 5 stacks, right? So it goes 4, it goes 8, 12, 16, and then 20. But let's say the next refinement, it brings it to 6% every 8 seconds. Then 6% brings it to 6 to 12 to 18 to 24 to 30. And the difference between 24 and 30, that 6% matters, or that, no, that 10% matters a lot more, right? So every 2% it goes up 10%. So, yeah. At base, it is a very mediocre weapon. Now, who would be looking to look for this type of weapon? Um, Obviously, Albedo, right? The new hero that's going to be released. Um, I guess he can use it because he's Geo and he creates shields, so naturally he'd be able to use it. Um, I don't know if anyone else in the roster would actually benefit from this sword. It's very niche because you have to have a shield, right? And I don't think the unit that wants this weapon, other than Albedo, actually exists yet. So it might be useful in the future. We'll see. Speaking of the weapon banner, it is a really good banner. Let's take a look at the weapon banner first, actually. Uh, So the weapon banner is Summit Shaper and Skyward Atlas, uh, which are not bad 5 stars, but something that I might consider pulling is because there are sack frags in it, and sack frags are insane weapons, right? Oh, they also have flute here. Oh wait, they don't have sack bow. Ooh, I might not be pulling on this then. I thought that was sack bow. All right, it's stringless. I can get an R5 stringless though. That's pretty beast. I did pull 4 stringlesses for some reason. I think I might as well pull because I might need sack frags, but um, yeah, the 5-star weapon here is very meh, and I don't really want Summit Shaper because I have no one to use it for, and the Skyward Atlas is just uh, it's like the main stat's like attack. It's a little confusing on who I want to use it on, especially since Lost Prairie is just strictly better for my Klee. So yeah. Yeah, stringless will get another huge drop rate boost. Wow. Maybe I just try to full refine my stringless for my Venti. That's probably it. Anyways, let's keep going. How to obtain these event wish epitome invocation is available. This event 5-star summon. Okay. So as we can see, it increases shield strength. The only other character I think that can possibly use this is C2 Kaya because no, is it C2 or is it C4 C1 Kaya? Anyways, Kaya can create a no, it's C4, yeah. He creates a shield when he uses his elemental skill. And yeah, other than that, it's just albedo for the current as being. Anyways, we get a free sword called Festering Desire. It is a creepy straight sword that almost yearns for life, dressed with shriveling venom that can be used to corrupt a mighty dragon. Festering Desire increases elemental skill damage by 16% and elemental skill crit by 6%. Again, I don't think the unit that really wants this skill exists yet. I think the best unit that can use this is probably Jean. Uh, the skill damage by 16% is nice for her E, and the crit rate. So, and also Jean usually runs, if you're running Jean support, energy recharge is also really good. Bennett, maybe a little bit less because I think Fab is still better on Bennett. Favonius Sword or Sack Sword is still better compared to other energy recharge swords because you're not really focused on the elemental skill damage, right? Sure, it's an extra 16% a nice crit, but that's not the real point you're using, right? So this sword kind of confuses me because energy recharge is kind of the opposite of the damage that you want to do, right? So I don't know. If this was a bow, however, oh my god, would it be good on Fischl. Like, it would be so good on Fischl. Oz would do nuts damage if this was a bow. Like, if it was like festering bow, it would be it'd be pretty insane on Fischl, but it's a sword. Alright. You just have to finish the Act 1 quest to receive the sword. So it's just an event quest. Geo Traveler, I don't know if you would use that. Maybe? I don't think the Geo constructs do a lot of damage. It's more like of a battery ability, so yeah. Festering Desire also gets like the boost. You get increased bonus damage in the Dragonspine area, crit rate. Yeah. Not bad. We also have a new 4-star Claymore. Um, let's see its ability. This ability is called Frost Burial. Hitting an opponent with a normal and charged attack is a 60% of dropping and forming and dropping a Everfrost icicle above them, dealing 80% AoE attack damage. Enemies affected by cryo are dealt 200% attack damage. Can only occur once every 10 seconds. Now I believe this icicle has been confirmed to not deal cryo, to not apply cryo or deal cryo damage, so yeah, despite it being ice, it's kind of weird. It's just extra damage. Anyways, its main stat is physical damage bonus percent. Which makes me think, is this a good weapon for Razor? Now, I do have the Wolf's Gravestone for Razor, so I probably will not be needing this sword, but I think it's a pretty decent comp. Let's say you run a Kaya Razor comp, right? And you are able to apply cryo, or you can, like, whatever ice, like maybe Chi-Chi, Diona, Kaya, right? They're able to apply cryo, and then you swap into your main DPS Razor, and you can get a boost in your physical damage bonus, and every 10 seconds, you can deal 200% of attack damage. Not bad. Not bad. Right? It also does AoE, so it's pretty good. The problem is 200 attack, like AoE around him every 20 seconds with the condition that they are cryo, still better than just like, I don't know, prototype Animus, which let's compare. Prototype Animus. Animus. Let's see. So let's say that let's say you have one prototype drop, right? Okay. So on hit, your normal and charge attacks have 50% to deal 300 attack damage within a small AoE, right? 50 for 300 attack, right? Let's just say you don't have any refines. 50% for 240 attack in a small area. And its um, main stat is attack, right? So honestly, Animus may be better, but I think this is also free, so it's not too bad. You get it every 10 seconds, whether for 15, but it is your main DPS, so it could matter for sure. So it's not bad. Um, Physical damage bonus is always nice, especially for Razor. Um, if you're thinking about using this with Chongyun, it's pretty bad because with the physical damage bonus, you can't actually. So let's say you use your elemental skill as Chongyun, and you're trying to utilize the physical damage bonus, you actually can't get it because he converts it to cryo, right? You have to step out of the ring, which just makes you have to change your playstyle to do it. Not the most optimal for Chongyun. Chongyun is just very clunky, and he just is probably one of the worst Claymore DPS users. He's a great support, don't get me wrong, but as a DPS, he is not as powerful, in my opinion. So, yeah. Compared to Animus, oh wait, compared to Animus, it's kind of meh, right? It's very similar to Animus. If you consider the point with Animus though is its attack main stat also helps the attack. I'm not sure if it does, but um, I'm not sure if it's base attack that it scales off of or a boosted attack. So, but yeah, it's very similar to Animus. It just has a physical damage bonus, which I do want to try it on my Razor, but when you have a Wolf's Gravestone, it's like, yeah, but definitely not bad. But yeah, they have Changyin here with it, which is, hey. Okay, next weapon is Dragonspine Spear. This is a spear created from Fang and Dragon, is oddly warm to the touch. So basically, this is the polearm version of it, and it also has a physical damage bonus. Um, Obviously, this is going to get compared to Crescent Pike, and how good is it compared to Crescent Pike? Well, I think Crescent Pike might be better. Let's see. Pepe laugh. Let me. Okay. Where's Crescent Pike? Crescent Pike. After picking up an elemental orb of a particle, normal and charge attacks deal an additional 20% attack for damage for 4 seconds. For 5 seconds. Normal charge attack deals. Is this max refine? Yeah. Okay. So you gain like 5% attack. Yeah, Crescent Pike is probably just better. 7.5. It is a lower amount, but the consistency of Crescent Pike is probably better than this Dragonspine Spear. Of course, they have Zong Li here, and there's only 2 polearm users in the game. You're probably not also using this on Zong Li anyways, so yeah. Crescent Pike probably is better. Finally, we have Frostbear. Same thing, just Catalyst. Um, Instead of physical damage bonus, it gets attack for obvious reasons. Uh, I really don't know who would use this. It's very situational. Ningguang doesn't really want this. Klee doesn't really want this. Sucrose doesn't really want this. Mona doesn't really want this. Yeah. This weapon's just not that good in my opinion. Especially with this attack. The attack is fine, but like with this effect, there are just better weapons, I think. But we'll see. They show Barbara using it here. I have no idea why they showed Barbara using it here. You would never use this. I'm pretty sure Dragon Slayers is just best in slot for Barbara. Because it not only gives her HP, it also gives her the attack bonus to her allies. So, yeah. Very questionable. So, in ranking, this is probably the... Excluding the Festering Desire, out of these 3 weapons, it's probably just down the list, right? This is the best, this is middle, this is the worst, right? The problem is no one wants to use this effect yet, and it's just outshadowed by Crescent Pike, and the Claymore is outshined by, well, it can be compared to Animus, and yeah, the physical damage bonus is very niche. Razor's probably I think is the best physical damage unit, and I don't know if you still would want that. So that's not bad. Okay, new artifacts. So this is how do you obtain? You have to talk to Iris. You have to take up the quest. Hey Royce. The only thing is Animus, you have a slim chance to refine. Yup, that's what makes Animus better. Animus is definitely better. I think all of these new weapons are pretty bad compared to their craftable parts because you can get drops, right? Yeah. But I'm pretty sure also the damage on Animus is just better too. And it's not conditional, so yeah. The physical damage bonus is interesting, like for Razor or something, but eh. We're going to take a look at the new artifacts. We have Blizzard Strayer. Now, this is actually probably one of the more interesting sets. I don't know why they didn't put 15% down here. Like, anyways, receive a crowd damage bonus. So 15% extra crowd damage. That's always good for your cryo characters. When a character attacks an opponent affected by cryo, their crit rate is increased by 20%. If an opponent is frozen, the crit rate is increased by an additional 20%. Okay. So, cryo DPS artifact set. The problem is there isn't a cryo DPS unit in the game right now, which wants to use this set, except for probably Kaya. It's probably really good on Kaya. But, yeah. I was thinking about using this for my Razor, and it'd be like, wow, look at that increased crit rate with cryo damage and whatnot. The only problem with that is that, well, there's actually 2 problems. First problem is that you're never going to benefit from the 2P set, which is cryo damage for obvious reasons. And 2, when Claymore users hit frozen targets, they trigger the shatter effect and they're no longer frozen, right? So therefore you no longer get the crit rate increase. That's why I took the double cryo resonance out of my Razor team, because there is like a little bit of anti-synergy when you permafreeze people and then you shatter them. You don't get the crit rate that from the elemental resonance. So yeah. So obviously this is going to be for someone like Kaya, which would try to permafreeze people with his ulti. Yeah. Chong Yun. Probably could use it on him. I don't know. We'll probably have to wait for the testing and whatnot. Let's see. The second set is Heart of the Depth. 2 pieces of hydro damage bonus. Now this is very interesting because I think I can run it on like my Mona, which is pretty cool. 2-piece hydro damage is just very flexible too. Xingsu would also really want this as well. It's very cheap. So if your Xingsu has enough energy recharge, you can consider swapping one of his energy recharge sets to hydro damage bonus, which is really nice. So I might actually farm these two, maybe a little bit. We'll see. And then the 4-piece set, after using an elemental skill, increases the normal attack and charge attack damage by 30% for 15 seconds. This is literally, if you have child, you should probably be farming for this. Yeah. I don't know any other Hydra characters that really would want this effect. Xingsu, you should not be running as a DPS because he's just strictly better as a support. Barbara is obviously would not want this at all. Well, you can run DPS Barbara, but you know, it's like this set was built for child for sure. All right, but yeah. Anyways, that's it for the new weapons and artifacts. The banner has Bennett, Fischl, Sucrose, and Albedo. Obviously the 4-star roster is star-studded. My recommendations for how many constellations you need. C1 Bennett is probably the most bang for its buck. Fischl, you can go all the way to C6. She has pretty good constellations all the way around. Just get as many as you can. I don't think I'm going to be pulling on this banner just because there's really no point to max it out, especially if I want to be saving for a character and not Albedo. I already have, he's a Geo support and I already have Zong Li, so there's really no point in trying to break my pity with that. And Sucrose, C1 and C2 are probably her most important constellations, so if you want that, you should probably roll for on this banner. But yeah, the 4-star roster is really good for this. There's also been a post 2 days ago about changes to Geo and Zong Li. Recently we received a lot of questions and feedback regarding Zong Li, blah 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 blah. Buff Zong Li. So what they're doing is they are increasing. Oh wait, this is the original effect. So they're just taking this away, and then they're just changing it to Zong Li's attacks will be increased by his max HP. Normal, charged, plunging attack damage will be increased by 1.3 of his max HP. Okay, that's just a nice damage buff, right? Let's see. So it looks like he's hitting like for 600, 900. Well, that's significantly more. It's pretty good. But like 1% is still, you still need quite a lot of HP. Like let's say you have like normal builds, maybe 20k, 25k HP. 1% of that is like 250. more damage per auto. That's not bad. That is not bad, but definitely you have to wait until the actual changes come out, and we'll see. But yeah. His rod, his big dong, will be increased by almost 2% of his max HP. Also not bad. I don't understand why he's just increasing his damage when MiHoYo stated like 1 or 2 weeks ago saying that they want him to be a support. So, I mean, it's nice to have, but eh. Planet Befall's damage will increase by 35. So they're not taking it out. They're just adding more stuff to it. Okay. They're also adjusting the rod's holding mode. Deals AoE geo damage if there's nearby target that will drain a large amount of. Okay. So holding his E ability will not only grant him a shield, it will also grant him a pillar. Not bad. Much needed change. Especially since your shield is really slow. And you sacrifice a pillar for a shield. So now you get both. Really nice, really nice. This adjustment will also increase the interruption resistance. Ooh, okay. It's also really good. Okay. Adjustments to georesonance. So now, this is also really interesting because they're using Zong Li as like a little platform to jump and boost geo characters and adjust them, which is cool. But did Zong Li have to be the martyr for it? No, right? You can make him uber strong, and then you can still change geo, but I guess they wanted to rework them altogether. So they just changed it completely. They just increased shield strength by 15%. That is always really strong. So now, if Zong Li uses a shield, that thing is going to be impenetrable because boosting your shield strength by 15% and having the shield scale off of his max HP, that is really good, and it will definitely be blocking a lot of damage. Additionally, characters protected by a shield will have the following characteristic. Damage is dealt is increased by 15%. So they're just adding a increased shield strength by 15%. That's just really good. Like, that's just flat out good. Dealing damage to energy will decrease their geo res. I think this is the most important part of the geo resonance, which will definitely make geo teams more relevant. They'll be definitely stronger. Because if you read this in another way, dealing damage to enemies will increase their geo res. You can also read this as dealing damage to energy will increase your geo damage by 20% for 15 seconds. For 15 seconds! That is really good. So all these Ningguang fans who are like critting for like 10k for each Star Shatter that they ult, it's just gonna stack now. It's gonna do almost 20% more damage. Really good. Really, really good. So now, like, it is interesting though, because since Geo does not synergize with anything, it may be correct to run probably like, I don't know, maybe 2 Pyros and 2 Geos for Pyro and Geo Resonance, and then your Geo Resonance units will just hit like a truck. Like, you can run Noel or Ningguang DPS, right? And then you can run a Geo support like Zong Li or Albedo, and you can use Albedo, pop your Pyro characters, and then you can slam Geo with your DPS. So it's pretty good. Yeah, definitely a nice change. We'll see how much it actually matters, though. We'll see. We'll see. This is not coming out until 1.3, by the way. So yeah. Geo shields are adjusted from having 200% geo absorption to having 100 physical. This is also a really nice change. Geo damage absorption, there's no geo enemies in the game, like in Abyss right now. So, uh, pretty good change. 150% physical damage and elemental damage absorption. So, it's just better. Affected effects include Geo Shield. Yeah, it's just Geo Shield. Okay. Nice. Still a long ways away, but I'm glad that they are addressing this. There's also the Stellar Reunion event that's going to happen. We can take a look at this. Yeah, this is the banner. Again, 4 stars are insane. Albedo still needs some testing, but it'd be very interesting to try him out. But I'm probably not rolling for him. Anyways, there's also a returnee, so if you haven't played in 2 weeks, you get stuff. So, woo, doesn't apply to me. Mountains Endurance event details. Oh, the battle pass is just refreshing. I would say you want to save your big bosses for the drop, but people finish it like 2 weeks early anyways, so it's like, whatever. Do it if you want. But yeah, I've literally been doing nothing. My life feels empty because the battle pass is just not there. I'm pretty sure there's enough events for you to finish the battle pass in due time, so yeah. Anyways.